Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Switch 2 is already outselling Nintendo's past consoles, and that's wild. Nintendo doesn't usually brag early. They wait, they smile quietly, and then months later, they drop financial nukes. But this time, we're getting a leak before the fireworks because in just 6 months, the Nintendo Switch 2 has already outsold the Wii U, the PlayStation Vita, and the Sega Dreamcast entire lifetime combined history in 6 months in the UK. Yeah, and here's the scary part. For everyone else, the UK is not a Nintendo friendly market. So, what exactly is going on here? Well, we can break down everything we know and why this might be Nintendo's most dangerous generation yet. These UK numbers, frankly, shouldn't exist. These numbers come from Chris String, or editor in chief over at the Game Business, someone who doesn't throw around hype lightly. According to him, the Switch 2 has already outsold the Wii U's entire UK lifetime. It's beaten the PS Vita's total, and it surpassed the Dreamcast's full run. And most importantly, it's outpacing the original Switch's first year entirely. Now, that last one matters more than anything because the original Switch went on to sell over 140 million units worldwide and still counting. And the Switch 2 is moving faster. Why this is more impressive than it sounds? Well, here's the context most headlines skip. The UK has historically been PlayStation country. It's PlayStation dominant and PC leaning. It's less receptive to Nintendo hardware than Japan or the US. The Wii U really struggled there. The Vita, it didn't do well, but the Dreamcast never recovered from its initial push. So, for the Switch 2 to blow past all three, their entire lifetime, 5 years or so, in just Switch months. Listen to me, got Switch on the brain. In just 6 months, that's not normal growth. That's a lot of momentum. And momentum is what turns successful consoles into unstoppable platforms. It's even beating the Switch One's 2017 sales. And this is the part that should have competitors sweating. Dring also confirmed that Switch 2 was already outsold the original Switch entire 2017 UK sales by what he called a reasonable chunk. No exact number is given yet, but that phrasing matters. That means that strong launch, sustained demand, and no early drop off, plus consistent stock in stores, tells us something important. People aren't just buying the Switch 2 out of curiosity, they're buying it with confidence. Nintendo didn't need a real gimmick this time since it's just basically a better Switch 1. What's fascinating is that this isn't driven by, wild hardware gambles that Nintendo usually does. No weird tablet experiments, no motion control revolution. Even though all of that's already built in, this time you don't have to explain it. Marketing's already done. Nintendo is doing something rare for them, since probably the Super Nintendo days. They just refined what already worked. Bigger install base, clear upgrade path, stronger launch support, and a market that already trusts the ecosystem. The Switch brand is now doing the heavy lifting. 2026 could be the real explosion. And we're only 6 months in. Nintendo's real sales update lands in February during their financial reports. And that's when we'll get global totals, regional breakdowns, forecasts moving into 2026. If the UK, of all places, is already showing this level of performance, imagine what Japan and North America are doing quietly in the background. This is how market leaders win. Not with noise, with inevitability. The big takeaway here is the Switch 2 isn't just doing well, it's beating past consoles in 6 months, outrunning a legendary predecessor, and doing it in a market that usually resists Nintendo. Now, that's not luck. That's a platform hitting escape velocity, and we're still early. Thanks for hanging out with me as always here at Star Flag Media Gaming. If you want to stay ahead of where gaming hardware is actually going, hit subscribe because this generation is just getting started.